Can I turn this bag of firewood into a bag of cash? Let's find out. This little microphone gives me a whole different personality. This is Stewart's, and if you live in upstate New York, I guarantee you've stopped at one of these fine locations to get yourself milk, ice cream, beer, chili, a hard roll with butter, or even maybe one of those weird red hot dogs. But they also sell stuff like hats, gloves, and even firewood. And while I was walking in to grab myself some beer last week, I happened to notice that the bag of firewood said hardwood on it. And it got me thinking. For $11 a bag, I could get 10 to 15 hardwood logs. So I decided to grab myself a bag and head home to the workshop and see what I can make out of it. I really had no project in mind, but I figured for $11 a bag, I could make some sort of a profit. And at the end of this video, we will see what kind of a profit I made, because I'm going to put all these items up for sale and see if I can sell them. Let's get into it. At first, I was just going to build a couple small boxes, but I made a video where I made some boxes in the past and decided that that was just going to be a little bit boring and repetitive to things I had done in the past. So I had no idea, but I did know I was going to need to get 2 flat sides on these logs. I started by getting the first flat side on my joiner by running these boards through the joiner over and over and over and over again. I really didn't know what any of these wood species are because I'm not good at identifying wood species, but I did know that there was definitely oak here and maybe maple. I think it was probably maple. And once I was done with one side, I had to turn all of these boards 90 degrees and run them through again so that I could get 2 square sides, giving me a nice 90-degree spot that I could work off of. You get it. Making things can sometimes require a crazy amount of patience, but it always seems worth it to me in the long run. Once I finish making a project, I'm always happy with it, even if I come out here with no idea like I did in this project. And speaking of, I still had no idea what I wanted to make, but it was time to go in and get some rest so I could go to work in the morning. So the next night, after a long work day of trying to figure out what I was going to make, I came back into the shop with an idea to make some bowls. While I waited for the specialty router bit that I ordered to make these bowls, I could bring these firewood pieces over to my table saw and cut them so that they had 4 square sides. At some point in my woodworking journey, I lost my riving knife for the back of my table saw, and I'm assuming because of the way that this firewood was dried, it was a very dangerous cut. It kept tightening on the back of the blade as I would move these logs through, so I'd have to back it out and then pass it through again, removing a little bit more material. And then eventually I made a decision to wedge something into the back of the wood to keep it open while I continued to run it through the blade. It felt safer than having it pinch, fly up, and smash me in the face, so that's what I decided to go with. I would not recommend it. Have a riving knife, mine's somewhere, but I can't find it to save my life. After that, I could bring this firewood over to my drill press and, using a Forstner bit, remove the bulk of the material. So like always, Amazon was great, and I got the router bits the very next day, and I came back out. Sorry, fly. So then I came back out to the shop and I used my brand new router bits to start carving out these bowls. This is the first time I'd ever done this, and I decided to use some 1/8" plywood to create some templates. These router bits have a little wheel on the top of them that rides along the template, while the router bit itself can make the cut to match the template perfectly. Once I had my shape cut out, I could hot glue it to the top of these pieces of wood. With it hot glued and dried to the top of this piece of wood, I could now take my router and place it inside of the template and start routing this out. These router bits have a rounded bottom, which gives the bowl a nice clean finish. But even after I had these all routed out, I wasn't done yet. I had to bring this back into my workshop and start shaping it on my bandsaw. So I tilted my bandsaw tabletop and I could start shaping these. Now that I had the bulk of the material removed, I could go back over and use my angle grinder to just carve this and get it to a shape that I really liked. I was really happy with the way this came out. I just used some olive oil to seal it It'll bring out all the wood grain, and it's completely food safe because, you know, we eat olive oil. Once I finished this first one, I posted it on Facebook, and somebody on my mail route, I deliver mail if you don't know, sent me a message and said, I have a whole bunch of walnut firewood behind my house. So I stopped by her house, grabbed a whole bunch of walnut firewood, and figured I'd make some bowls out of that as well. Now, here's the craziest part. While I was in the process of doing this project, a friend of mine who also delivers mail sent me a text and asked me if I wanted a lathe that he had found on the side of the road. Now, I don't have a lathe, I don't know how to use a lathe, but I figured while I'm making these long bowls, maybe I could make some round bowls. This was all just a learning process for me. I'm not going to get into the details of it at all because the truth is I have no clue what I was doing. I was just kind of playing with it and seeing if it would work. And it did. Kind of. I mean, it's not a great bowl. It's like this little tiny cup. It's kind of useless. But it was a good time, and I made it out of the firewood that I bought from Stewart's, so I was happy with it. But while I was at it, I saw this piece of wood that I had gotten from my buddy Joel. I decided I was going to carve it out, and it could be like a crackers and dip type thing. I don't know. Anyway, it was the last thing on this project list, and after that it was time to put these up online and see if any of them would sell. I decided to put $20 each. Now, I didn't do all the 12 logs that were in this bag. I certainly could have, but I decided that I would save them and do them another time. I just wanted to see if this was going to work at all, and it did. I sold 2 of them for $20 each, and I can bring these other ones to the craft fair. I'll put 30 on them at a craft fair and take 20 if people offer it. I'd say there was probably 9 usable logs in this to make these bigger bowls with. So let's say 9 times 20 is $180 for an $11 bag of hardwood. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my new little tiny microphone. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, please hit that like and subscribe and share this video. I am trying real hard to get this channel just take it off more, make it go big, and I could really use your help. Thanks so much. See you guys in the next one. Love you all. Goodbye. And if you live in upstate New York, I guarantee you've stopped there. No. Say it.
No!
All right, get out of here. And this is Stewart's.
Bye, see you again, and have a good dream.